Hello, my wonderful friends. So in this video, I'm going to talk about hypnosis for changing habit patterns, and then also I'm going to talk about past life regressions and how we can learn about past lives through hypnosis and going under. But the thing is, I'm not trying to replace any professional kind of therapy, and I'm just going to share my thoughts and personal experiences that I've had and just the knowledge that I have with it. And also, I'm going to talk about self-hypnosis and past life regressions that you can go into yourself. But again, this is not replacing anything that you have to go into. I'm also going to be talking about past life um, signals and signs that you have, that you are picking up elements of a past life. Okay, so first, and a lot of this, if you already know about past life regression or if you already know about past lives, you're going to be familiar with this. But let's first start with hypnosis. So yes, you can change memory. You can enhance your memory. That is, you can, not be as depressed, not be as anxious. It's basically like cleaning the mental fish tank. Of the bottom. Your subconscious is 90%. Freud believed of your overall. He didn't separate the subconscious and the unconscious. So 90% of your total awareness. As I see it, and I'm sure as other professionals see it, you have the conscious mind, which is your wakeful state, your beta waves, right? You have your creative waves, which are at your alpha wave stage, right? So as you drift off into sleep, this is why a lot of experts tell you when you go to sleep, and then also upon awakening, you want to make sure that you program any um, affirmations. You basically say affirmations. The hypnotic suggestions really take hold at that time. That's kind of why when a hypnotist puts you under a trance, or if you listen to, well, this is what I recommend as far as self-hypnosis goes, you listen to a program. They have the binaural beats, right? The theta wave CDs and DVDs that you can watch or listen to. What that does is that gets you into that, and it helps to synchronize aspects in that awareness. So you can program it. If you can also create a self-hypnosis CD, and you can use your iTunes or whatever they have now, these MP3 players that can record, and you can use your voice with soft music. And then what you can do is you can put it out there. You can just say what you want in the present tense, and you can listen to it for about 15 minutes upon awakening and 15 minutes upon sleeping. Then the question often is, then okay, so what happens? So then you have theta and delta waves in deeper levels of sleep. Okay, so they say you have 5 stages of sleep, and the theta waves are where you have the lucid dreaming. So what's interesting is hypnosis in and of itself is very effective, I believe. And if you look at Anton Mesmer's work, and it's kind of interesting, Freud used hypnosis. A lot of people use hypnosis. There are a lot of psychotherapists that use hypnosis. I've gone to a hypnotherapist, and she's amazing. And what it is you're fully conscious during that, and the advantage I believe with a hypnotherapist versus using a CD is that they can play off. That's the biggest advantage. They can play off of what you're saying, and then they can feed you questions that you couldn't in a hypnotic. Well, when you're listening to a CD, though hypnotherapists will say you can ask your own questions, especially when you're getting put under for different reasons beyond general hypnosis. I'll get to that point next. So the thing is, with when you're using a CD upon going to bed, or upon drifting off into sleep, and then upon awakening, the CD is helpful, but you can't. It's hard to have. It's whatever is programmed is whatever is going to be asked, and that's how you're going to be guided. Now, questions are: is it effective or not effective? And what it has to do with is your degree of belief on whether or not you believe hypnosis works. This is why stage hypnotists, if you've ever wondered about this, they'll quickly interview people before they get them on stage and ask them if they believe in hypnosis or do something similar, because they want to see if they're receptive. Because they can't get them to bark like a dog if they don't believe hypnosis works, like the audience members or whoever they ask. And also they need to see that they're receptive to suggestions. It's very important. So hypnosis, I also believe, should be an adjunct. It shouldn't be the main thing. If you're going to use cognitive behavioral therapy, you have hypnosis, maybe that as an adjunct. I wouldn't use it myself as the means of that's it. Now everything's done. I don't need to do any work at the conscious level, because you're basically enhancing the receptivity across the board, okay, with the conscious mind, subconscious, unconscious, superconscious, which is your attracting force, right? And as I mentioned, well, the subconscious and unconscious in the Freudian perspective is combined. But if we were to separate the subconscious, you have the subconscious, which is the 24-hour memory, and the unconscious, which is your, innate self. Some people will say your that's where a lot of the dreams are stored and things like that. But again, it gets a little blurry here. But some people say that's where you dream, and that's the Freud believed, the instinctual part of yourself, the id would kind of overlap a little bit with that, right? Um, the thing is, you got to keep in mind that psychologists believe the three main reasons we dream, and there really are more, but we'll just go into the general ones: to replenish neurochemicals. The next one is to manage and harness certain aspects of your day and organize certain events of your day. Then the third one is to work out problems that you've had the day before. So if you think about it, it makes a lot of sense, but it's leaving out the next piece, and let's get into that. So just to wrap up, hypnosis can be useful for a broad variety of situations, and we'll talk more about that in another video blog. But in general, like depression, anxiety, confusion, enhancing creativity. A lot of people use it because it's a heightened level of suggestibility. You're allowing yourself to be put under and have these commands, so quote unquote, replace some of the subconscious dialogue that you already have. Now, what's interesting is, the past life regressions, when we get into that, we see, so what we see in the past life regressions is something entirely different. So for that one, I think it's best to create a separate video blog. So right now, let's just go over the general difference. Hypnosis, it can help you more at this level of awareness in terms of changing certain habit patterns. But if you want to do the past life regressions, which I've had done, and see your past lives, then you can still use hypnosis, and then you walk into your past. And my hypnotherapist guided me through 6 lifetimes, and it'll change everything. But now you might be wondering, well, can I get clues on my past lives and what it's about, and what would I need to look at? What are the signs, of what happens when you go under past life hypnosis, or you go through the past life regression? And can you also get glimpses of your past life without therapy? That's coming up in the next video blog, I believe. Just to make sure we have plenty of time for each, we'll finish this one and then go to the next. So you're going to see part 2 in just a moment. And please click on that for questions to that, or answers to those questions.